Ask me about my electricity bill.
I don't know what happened to your electricity bill.
So, I think the correct word is fingered in the arse by...
With or without?
Who was it with? N-Power, right? During the old pandemic. Remember the pandemic? Remember that spicy cough thing that I was kicking about for a bit? So,
as Ronaldo called
I went onto a tariff. The tariff was £875 a yeehaw, right? Which is about 72 quid a month, right? I live in a terrace house, a middle terrace at that. So I'm insulated both sides, our kid, right? I got an email through the other day, British Gas, because that's what I moved to. British Gas. You bastards, right? They want to offer me a special offer. What's the special offer? Fixed rate tariff, because the electricity prices are going through the bastard roof. The fixed rate tariff, right? Remember the figure I gave you before? $875 for the yeehaw, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the figure is now? Special offer.
1,100.
£4,128.
This is why, yeah.
What the fuck?
That's why people like me used to put green and yellow wires in their meter. And meters used to run backwards. Because that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Justify that.
Yeah, you can't justify that. You can't. Well, you have to, because you have to stay warm and heat things and eat things and light things and all that stuff. But
me and Janine work full time.
Yeah, it don't make
sense.
How does this don't sign that fixed rate thing. You don't sign that.
No, I'm not. That's not only that. So the current variable rate I'm on at the minute, I'm paying 3,100. Right, so they're like, "Hey, we've got a special offer. Do you fancy paying us an extra £1,000?"
Yeah, that's not special. That's not a special offer.
Unless what's coming down the pipe. Yeah, but apparently they're getting gas, natural gas, cheaper than what they fucking were paying during the pandemic.
We're just paying more on tax and more on all the levies and charge. Oh, mate.
Why am I getting absolutely ridden at the minute? What's going on?
Because the mans at the top don't put anything in. So we have to. So they find ways to fuck us.
People are like, oh, can we get the fuel prices down? The fuel prices aren't coming down. And oil's cheaper per barrel as well than it was during the Iraq War.
Yeah, and on that note, before we start getting into the war, welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is Uncensored, as you can see.
I'm fucked off, mate.
I'm McCall his house. Uncle Albert over here. During the war.
£100 fucking go at a petrol station.
I know he didn't go to war for us to have double the prices.
Yeah, I thought that's why I went. When I went to war, unleaded was 66 fucking p. Look at it now.
Price should have went down.
Now. Yeah.
Price should have went down.
What was it doing for 20 years? Fucking hell. At least heroin's cheaper.
Yeah, at least that is. Christian Eriksen, eh?
Yeah.
You want him?
No.
I bet he don't have to worry about his gas bill.
Probably not. He's on a rate load, isn't
he? You reckon he pays fixed rates?
I bet him this morning, he got one of special offer bills as well on his emails like that, and he was like, fuck, like, me that number. Are you taking the fucking piss? £4,000?
Yeah, they definitely...
I live in a 5-bedroom mansion, not a palace, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
That's why he's moving to Manchester, because the fixed rate's a bit fixed, more fixed.
I think the gas is the same.
Is it? Yeah, enough of that.
£4,000 for...
I think people watch us to get away from their fuel prices and gas prices and electric prices.
I thought that was what they signed up for.
No, they want to hear about Christian Eriksen and whether he's coming or not, or Frankie de Jong and whether that's falling through or not.
Who cares?
You got anyone messaging you these days?
Text me now. I got a question for you. Remember this book?
I don't remember this book.
We spoke about this book on a couple of podcasts and stuff. It's fucking shite. No one's even put their name to it. It says Rangnick Ralf and then Rangnick R on the side.
That's his alias.
No one will ever know it's me.
He wrote a book about himself to make him seem the Don.
This book, which I'll show you.
That also sounded very
The words start at the very top.
Yeah.
What's going on there? And look at this space down the bottom. No need, right?
So some other geezer's got a lot of space at the top.
I want to know what's worse, this book or Ralph's Reign?
That book, I think.
I mean, it's pretty fucking bad book, like, isn't it?
In his first full season in the Bundesliga, the team finished in a respectable 8th place.
This is what would happen when AI writes a book, I think, and spits it out. This is exactly what happened, right? AI noticed a spike in searches for Ralf Rangnick, written a book, published it, and put it on Amazon. And dickheads like me bought it.
Do you reckon it was like these are just like loads of quotes off his Wikipedia? Then is it just like one day Ralf became a football manager, next day Ralf finished?
It's not that good because that's like coherent sentences. There's a bit of a lack of.
I
that
just seen
in
the
there.
names: Z. Roberto, Balak, Lizarazu, Lucio.
Lizarazu, that was a Bixentine. He's a surfer now.
Surfer.
Surfs.
Sick. Footballers love to do like weird things, don't they? Like once they finish football.
Well, let's think about this, right? So you're probably between 38 and 45. You've got a few quid, I think it's safe to say. Usually in good nick, you don't necessarily go full Steve Bruce immediately, unless you're Schneider.
Unless you're Steve Bruce.
Or Wesley Schneider. Have you seen him?
Yes.
Mate.
And Van der Vaart did that.
Van der Vaart and
Ronaldinho.
Nasri.
Party boys, isn't it?
Yeah. Some of them go full Steve Bruce immediately. 2 chippy teas. Some of them keep it a little bit fresh. Lizarazu looks fresh. Looks like he's not even budged out of a size 32 pants. So you got a few quid. You're like, I can live anywhere in the fucking world. Why wouldn't you just go somewhere and surf?
What would you do if you're a footballer on footballer money and you're retired?
I'm full Steve Bruce in it, mate. Yeah.
You're full Steve Bruce in the job, though, isn't it? In between seasons, like Rooney.
Maybe.
Rooney loved that. I
never did.
kind of rate that from Rooney.
When I was playing, obviously, no, I didn't. I was proper bang on with it. I mean, I put timber on because I can't run. Although fixing that shit, 30th of June. Watch
Just
this
don't
space.
send us any videos of your knees and stuff getting things stick to him and that.
Not like that.
Nah, I got dodgy knees and that made him feel worse. So
yeah, a double operation on fasciotomy on 30th of June.
And you're going to be back at it, ready for your medical, just in time for the new season.
Running like a Nike advert.
Yeah. Let's find something funny in this book. So Christian Eriksen, to Manchester United.
He's fucking hammering this one, isn't he?
We got to talk about something.
Ornstein said that we're having him. Well,
He said we've made an offer.
All right, so we're having him, aren't we?
How have they got such a new picture of Ronaldo in this book?
Don't worry about that. So this book was written by AI in a weekend.
This book came before Ronaldo.
No, it didn't.
Didn't it?
No, Ronaldo signed in the summer under Ollie. Remember that? Or have you just blacked that all out?
Oh, yeah, shit.
And then he came at Christmas, kind of. Like Santa's little happy German elf.
And
we lived happily ever
It was so
after,
predictable. Do you remember when we were saying, like, eventually United's board will get bored of someone telling them what to do and they'll fuck him off? And it happened, like, straight away. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or do you think Ten Hag was like, I don't want this fella about? Because when Ten Hag was asked about him, he was like, yeah, I'm pretending that ain't happening. When Ten Hag was asked about him, he was like, I don't know, I'll speak to him if I want to speak to him, and everything's going to be my decision. Like, he kind of pushed back on that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might have been. There was a lot of uncertainty about what his consultancy role was going to be. And I think the way he got gobby towards the back end, like, he was just in press conferences, right, he wants to know United secrets. You at the back. And then he was just letting them know anything that they asked, essentially. Like, Ralf, is United badly run? Oh, yeah, fucked. Next question. So it was pretty embarrassing, I guess, some of the stuff he was coming out and saying. I mean, as fans, yeah.
Not for us.
No, we
for the
love
club.
that because we're like, yeah, this is what we always thought. Thank you, someone's finally fucking saying it. But yeah, from the club side of things, I can imagine like the press officer and stuff just being going, fucking shut up, you dick. And it even, like, we know that she used to have her favourites that she would ask the questions of. Even going to the safe little fucking underarm throws, he'd be like, yeah. Anyway, let me tell you about this that happened in training this week.
Yeah. Well, Jesse, I told him to turn up. Didn't want to turn up. You just say things like that.
He's like, oh yeah, so Jesse Lingard's not in the squad today. Nah, I offered him a game. He didn't want to fucking game. I don't know where he is, bowling or something.
Yeah. He did proper press to self-destruct. And it's like, it was easier for him to do it than say, like, people go, oh, so why did you not like it when Mourinho was a permanent manager, isn't it? He was expected to be around for the foreseeable and keep everyone on side and all that kind of stuff. This guy wasn't going to be around. He was literally in there to assess everything, inspect everything.
Mourinho was moaning about problems that had been and developed under his watch, though.
And
like,
he
he'd been there
created.
2.5. Yeah, he'd been a couple of years. Ralf Rangnick's come in, and he's just he's not responsible for the problems that exist at United. He's just telling us, "Oh, this place is fucked, lads." Like, everyone's telling you it's not sinking. Let me tell you. It's fucking penguins in there.
Yeah. It's that Rangnick thing was a bit very, very weird. Now we're here.
£4,000 for fucking gas and electricity. You robbing bastards.
And we'll set up a GoFundMe for Steve's bill. That is a joke, by the way, if anyone takes it seriously.
But if not, let me just double check.
Are you concerned with the speed of United's business yet? Because a lot of people, I kind of switched off from football for a long time. I've been on holiday and that, so I've kind of forgotten about it yet. So I'm not bothered yet by the lack of business. Are you concerned?
No. And there's a couple of reasons why. Comparing us to what City are doing, what Liverpool are doing, unfair. Klopp and Guardiola, been there a lot longer.
What about Spurs?
Way more established. Well, I was getting to
All
this.
right, sorry.
So they're way more established. They know their teams need a tweak and a reinforcement, not overhauls. Villa and Spurs, though, gazumping us on deals that, by the sounds of it, we were never in for. But we probably should have been in for. Bazuma's legal problems aside, there'd have been a lot more deal of that made if he was playing for United or leaving United than it has been with him going to Tottenham from Brighton. Villa getting Kamara in, we probably should have been in the mix for him. Jed Spence probably going to Spurs by the looks of it. Apparently he's 1 to 10 on, someone told me in the comments earlier. So these are all players that would definitely play for United that we've seemingly not been in for. I don't know if it's because what I think is happening is Ten Hag's coming in and he's gone, I really, really, really want Frankie de Jong because I know what he brings. He's someone that can deliver my message. He knows exactly what I'm looking for. And he would be a top addition to this football team. He's my number one target. So the club have gone, right, let's get him his number one target. And they've put everything else a little bit on the back burner. Now, we don't know for sure because it don't really feel like there's a lot of leaks coming out. But it feels like stuff's gone on the back burner to get him over the line. And there is a logic to that because if he doesn't get Frankie de Jong, you've then got to figure out, well, does that change the rest of the plans? If he's going, I want the whole house on him because then we're going to do X, Y, and Z. But if we don't get him, I've got to remix my whole fucking plans for the team. Maybe he's thinking if I don't get him, I'm going to have to play free at the back. He could be thinking something along those lines. So maybe we have to get that deal done first and then we can get the other deals done beyond it. But there is a frustration of you lads, we need so many fucking players. You need a backup striker regardless of whatever happens. Why aren't we working on that? Why aren't we working on this? And again, we might be because there's no fucking leaks coming out of anywhere, which I am at least happy about on one side. On the other side, it's kind of frustrating because I don't know what the fuck's going on. When people are people asking me in the comments on my transfer talks video today, how much we getting? I don't know. Do other YouTubers sit there and say this is how much United are getting?
But usually we can kind of, based on the past, United usually spend around 140, 150 million, don't they, in a transfer window. You add sales onto that. You're looking, De Jong's going to be a big chunk of whatever you're spending it. You're probably going to have
that might be why he's delaying everything else.
Is that the right move, do you think?
It's impossible to say.
Because we've often gone, why are we... United fans do flip between a few things of, why is this deal taking too long? We should get... And then we should actually get our first target rather than go for any second choice. Yeah. But then when you spend your time trying to get your first target, it could get dragged down a little bit. United
get criticised no matter what we do. If we take our time to get the right
rightly
guy...
sold most of the time.
But if we take our time to get the right guy, people will moan.
Yeah.
But if we rush and just sign anyone, we'll get
because it's we could have had Nunes, but all we would have had to do is triple his wages. And then are we doing what we've been criticised for in the past?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I did a scout report on him and was not convinced with him.
Mate, this is going to sound like sour grapes, yeah.
Mate, that video I did, he was only linked with United. Go watch that and tell me it's sour grapes.
I watched him and I thought, he'll probably score a few goals on the Klopp because Klopp's a great coach. But I wasn't going, please, United, push the ball out for him. There's something clunky about him. You know what I mean? He doesn't look to me like he's the guy for Klopp either,
I wonder with Van Dijk coming out and saying he's the hardest opponent he's played against this year. Has that been in the pipeline for ages? Bit sussed otherwise, isn't it?
A lot of money, though, isn't it?
Really? I mean, it is a lot of money.
For one season?
Yeah.
And again, we're going to sound bitter, but I think these are the kind of things I thought at the time.
Exciting news, our friends over at Manscaped have just launched their 4th generation performance package, and that includes the Lawnmower 4.0. 4.0? That's right, the Lawnmower 4.0, which includes a 7,000 RPM motor to take care of your spuds when you need it most. Make sure you join 2 million men who trust Manscaped, and you can do that by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off and free shipping using the code Paddock20. We've all had it where you're trying to trim downstairs, you've got a big date coming up, it's your Valentine's, it's the anniversary, you need to look spick and span down there. But what happens? You end up using your mum's hair scissors, you end up trying to do something weird, getting a blowtorch out of the shed, using an axe that your dad uses to chop wood for the fire. None of that's going to work. You're going to cut yourself, you're going to nick yourself. We've all been there, using the scissors to try and go around your balls like some sort of weird stencil. It's not going to work. You're going to nick them, and you're going to really regret ever trying to make it a DIY job. That's where Manscaped comes in. Look at this. This, quite simply put, is the greatest device in trimming your pubes that has ever existed. It's a Lawnmower 4.0. It's got a 7,000 RPM motor, and the best thing about it is the anti-nick technology. You can see that there. Anti-nick technology, right? What that means is that you're not going to catch your spuds when you're trying to clean up in your trousers. Make sure you check out Manscaped. Again, it's not just this. They've got this, the Crop Reviver. This is what you put on. You're going straight out after work. It's in your work bag. Let me just nip to the toilet. Let me just freshen up. You got this bad boy, the Crop Preserver, straight out of the shower, pop it on. Deodorant for under the arms, Crop Preserver for under the garms. You know what I mean? You know what it is. And one of the best things about the Lawnmower 4.0 is that it's waterproof. So you can do it in the shower, you can do it over the sink, you can do it at a public pool if you really want to. You might get kicked out, but you can do it there. That's the thing. Shave your pubes out in the rain if you want to. If that's what your thing is, you've got some weird fetish where you get in your truck, you drive out to a hillside, get in the flatbed, wait for it to rain, trim your pubes. This thing isn't going to electrocute you, and you're fine to do that because that's your property. Or just do it in the shower like I do. It's fantastic, easy clear up, and you don't have to worry about it breaking. And not just does that mean, yes, I can do it in the shower, it also means it's easy to clean because you get in there, sometimes you get your little brush, trying to do it, trying to blow on it, get your little pubes out. No one wants that. Run it under the tap, it's clean, perfect to be stored away. So, you know what, your mum don't find it or your missus don't find it. Or she might use it, to be honest. So make sure you check out manscaped.com. Again, use the code Paddock20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Thank you once again to Manscaped for sponsoring the podcast. Back to the show, lads.
Speaking of bitter, or bitters, Erling Haaland, lifelong Manchester City fan. Fuck off. I knew they were going to milk that.
His dad played for Leeds more, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a Leeds fan. He's quoted as saying, "My dream is to win the Premier League with Leeds and get more international caps than my dad's and be better at football than him." So you've got what? I think there's 2 pictures of him in a City shirt. So what? I got pictures of a Jade in a Porto
Like
kit.
Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher in it. Just back in the day, they used to say, "Oh, I never let my kids support City," and that. They used to be at Arsenal games all over Sky Sports and that. And now they're.
I think they're more fucking City fans than Erling Haaland is, though.
Still annoying, though, isn't it?
That's what it is, isn't it?
Down at Celtic Park. Remember all that? Do you remember all that back in the day? I didn't imagine that, did I? That did happen.
I mean, some of the documentaries, they're definitely City fans. And this is 95, 96, you know.
Yeah, but they've definitely gone, what can give us a little bit more
Maybe.
credibility as a band?
Maybe. Yeah, but Bonehead's a United fan. Shout out Paul Arthurs. And actually one of the fucking coolest people out there. Like, Noel and Liam are both off their tits for various reasons. Paul Arthurs makes, like, any music documentary that you listen to, it could be anything, Creation Records one, a Manchester Music one, you randomly just hear Bonehead's name or voice pop into it and you go, oh shit, interesting fucking dude and good to listen to, and a United fan. And doesn't really, like, make it part of his identity. He's just like, I'm a United fan.
When I went to see Dave Chappelle in London, it was proper, like, intimate show. There weren't that many people in there. And after, when I got up, Noel Gallagher was like, "Stop right in front." I didn't clock it and I didn't clock it because people obviously weren't going. Our phones got locked up. And
Oh yeah, put some in a bag.
I remember thinking, like, why aren't, like, this guy is fucking huge. You know what I mean? Everyone knows Wonderwall and that. Like, why aren't people asking him for pictures? And then I remembered, like,
Phones are locked up.
Yeah,
Brilliant though.
Yeah,
Brilliant though. I like that.
Yeah, it was sick. It was sick. Dave Chappelle was very good. I saw Chris Rock recently as well. They're both doing a show together.
Are they?
Soon. But yeah, I saw Chris Rock recently. He didn't speak about the slap, which was interesting. Like, he just fully ignored it. It's probably like, let me get a Netflix deal where I speak about that, because that's what you're doing. It monetize
Maybe, yeah.
it, surely.
But I think
Get slapped like that.
Like, it looks like there was a little thing on his face anyway, doesn't it? For like a pad of some sort. Like,
Nah. You believe
makeup
in all
maybe.
those?
Well, I seen a photo, but you know, I also saw Godzilla fight King Kong on television.
That was real, though.
Yeah, I don't know if that was real or not.
I went Thomas Land the other day.
What?
Thomas Land, didn't it? You know, Thomas Tank Engine and that.
Fuck off.
Yeah, little brother's birthday, innit? I chose where we went.
I still need to take Ronaldo to an aquarium.
Why? But why is that a thing?
Because we were talking about football like you're doing. Ronaldo's like, I've never been to an aquarium.
So he's never been to like a sea life centre. We should bring him sea life centre.
There's one near Chester, isn't there? The Blue Planet.
Come to Birmingham.
Blue Planet Aquarium.
Both Sea Life Centre in Birmingham. See the smackhead eels and that running around. Aquariums are good, man. When I was in Thailand recently,
the England games, man.
and I was going to go to a
tonight?
tiger thing, but then I felt bad, so I didn't go. Would you take a picture of the tiger? Like that?
No,
Tiger.
I won't feel good taking a picture of it.
And then I saw a monkey in the street, and I thought, oh, let me go take a picture with him. And then he had this thing around his neck. Like, it looked like he was digging in, and I was just like, nah, this is fucked up, man. Sad, innit?
Yeah, there were some lads I was in the army with from Zimbabwe, and they had like safari gaffs out there that are hundreds of kilometres wide. So it's basically free range. Like, there's a fence somewhere.
Free range
you'll never see it, sort of thing. And you can go and like drive through it and shit like that. It's a conservation area rather than like a zoo.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what's this? A polar bear next to a fucking chimpanzee? That makes sense. Yeah, so they were saying like there's huts out there. They're all in cages because the fucking leopards will get you and stuff. But it was like, yeah, there's some really fucking cool shit like to be seen out here.
Yeah, I want to go on a safari.
And you can hunt impala as well, which I think are like.
Oh no, I don't want to hunt.
Are they? Why?
Nah.
No, do you know what? I'm hunting, and I'm sure this. Here we go, getting cancelled. Right? I think if you eat meat or wear leather, you should at least hunt.
There's a big difference.
And hunt to eat, not hunt for trophies. I don't agree with that. But if you hunt it and eat it, I don't think there's an issue. If you eat meat,
but why am I going there to hunt a zebra?
No. Who said a zebra?
Chicken?
Who said zebra? Said impala.
What's one of them?
It's a deer.
Nah, that's fucked, man.
Yeah, but it's meat.
Yeah, but okay, I get it. If you have to eat them things, then
no, I think you should. If you eat meat, I think it's hypocritical if you eat meat that you've never done it yourself. Like you've outsourced all of your murdering.
What you're saying is you're not a real meat eater until you killed it.
No. I'm saying I think it's hypocritical.
I've got a story for you.
Hang on, let me finish this because this is an important point that we are getting clipped up on anyway.
I'm not getting clipped up because I said don't shoot.
No, trophy hunting, bad, right? No two ways around it. Don't kill shit just to say you killed it, right? But I think every person that eats meat or wears leather shoes at some point should know the process of that. You're like, they should understand.
Should be aware of it.
Yeah, they
what's gone into that.
Yeah, they should be eyes open about.
Because then maybe they wouldn't do it anymore.
I mean, if they do or they don't, whatever in it.
Yeah, don't
be eyes open about when you go to Tesco or Asda or wherever your local supermarket is, and you get a chicken wrapped in cellophane. Just realise that's alive at one point. And I think we in modern society are far too disconnected from reality when it comes to our farming and our meat and shit like that. And I think there's no harm in one time you going and experiencing that to eat it. I absolutely don't agree with trophy hunting.
Although I remember once we got to India,
I think,
in Gujarat, went to the village where my family lived in Surat and that, and got to my uncle's house, and the next door neighbour had a chicken running around his garden. And I remember just watching it. Remember Ed, Ed and Eddie and that when he used to sing Catch That Chicken or whatever. So I seen it, and then later on that day we ate, and that geezer brought chicken curry around for us. And it was that chicken, bro. And my mind was like, hold on a minute. The geezer just chopped up that chicken in like hours, like. And I know that sounds dumb, innit? But it was just, it just blew my mind. Like
in the West, I was
chilling with that chicken, and then within hours I was eating that motherfucker.
Yeah, we're so disconnected from that in Britain. I did a I did an exercise once in Oman, which is a beautiful country. And we stopped off
before you got there.
Wow. We stopped off at like a motorway service station, and it was basic. Like there weren't WH Smiths and that. Like it was pure basic, and there was a counter, and it was a tiny glass thing. None of it was refrigerated, and it was geezer standing behind the thing, and it written in English as well as Arabic. It was like chicken. And it was just like, that's what it said. And then behind him, there was wooden crates with chickens in. So I'm looking at it, reading it, and I'm saying chicken, and the guy, I don't know what the Omani word is, or the Arabic is for chicken, but it clearly ain't chicken, right? And he weren't getting what I was saying, so he started doing the chicken. And then he got it. And then he gave us a little pot of curry with a chicken bone in it. And he'd gone and fucking iced that chicken, got some curry with it, and give us a boned up bit of finger. It blew my fucking nose off, honestly. It was so hot.
Stuff mad like that.
But I thought, why not experience it? Like, I could probably go and get like a wrapped up sandwich or a banana or something, right? Why wouldn't you try a local dish like this? And I was like, oh, you're going to get the shits. Why would I get the shits?
No, you don't. No.
Why
I
would
got
get the
told that
shits?
when I went to India for the first time. People were like, don't have street food. I was like, but that's why I'm going. That's why I'm there. And if something happens to you, something happens to you. It's like most of the places you
I know
eat at
drinking
in,
the waters
in
does
fucking
stuff like
London, like dirt.
Yeah. Drinking water in other places is because they have different bacteria than you're used to. That's different. But eat people's food. If it's clean, it's clean. It's food. You know
Plus,
what I mean?
cooking it's probably killed most of the germs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's get that
Hopefully.
feather off.
Fingers crossed. Hope for the best.
But yeah, I'll always
Remember
go
when we
and try
had
shit like
stingray?
that. Yeah.
Remember that?
It's like wet chicken.
Yeah, it was really greasy. That was, wasn't it? It was really greasy. That was.
But you got to try shit like that, haven't you? What you got to do? Go everywhere and try cornflakes? Fuck you.
Tell
get
us
out of
what
here.
things we can try when we're out in. We're going Bangkok, Melbourne, and Perth.
What can you try in Bangkok? Kickboxing, obviously. That's what it's famous for, isn't it? Eh? What else is it famous for? That's all it is, I think.
Thai green curry.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's it really.
And they're going to have legs like this table, man. Oh, my God, no. Yeah. My calves, knees. Well, I don't think so.
On that note, what did we talk about? Christian Eriksen, Frankie de Jong. That's happening, isn't it? Maybe not.
I'm
his
open at
electric bill-
negotiations with a new electricity provider.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that transfer window's open.
Trust me, I'll tell you about them wires. We'll get you sorted. Make sure you keep it. Ooh. Make sure you're keeping it like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back soon, I think. Got some more stuff coming out. Yeah. I did
Yeah,
a video with Joe.
videos and things.
I did a video with Jay. I did a video about Pogba. That's coming out again. We're still talking about him. You know?
Wow.
I mean, talking about
We'll not put that fucking
beat the
thing to
dead
bed
donkey.
yet.
I think that's the last video we're ever going to make
I bet it's not.
until Pogba 3.
Pog back.
You reckon he comes back?
Yes.
Do you reckon that's the end of Paul Pogba's time as at Manchester United? Like,
Yeah,
not even
yes.
just as a player.
Yes.
He could come back as a coach, manager.
Imagine.
Him and Jesse, assistant. Assistant.
This generation of footballers is going to grow up and be coaches.
Of course they are.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah. Coaches with Twitter. How mad is that going to be? Imagine your coach on the sideline doing an Instagram story. That's mad, isn't it? Pitch side. Just about to make a sub, lads.
Do people come and say, don't you do that? No, obviously not. Clearly.
You do that, though, yeah?
No.
I saw that on yours. You said, shall I sub Ronaldo, yes or no?
We got
Do a poll. That's what's happening now, right?
got a friend
I'm an
tomorrow.
owner, innit?
we got a training
I
match.
can
tomorrow.
vote on who starts.
We do.
Everyone get
yeah, you're an
voting for
owner,
me.
aren't you? Welcome to the club.
Everyone get voting for me to start and replace Steve as manager. That's how it works, isn't it?
No.
You can just write what you want to happen.
You can suggest it. Whether or not we vote on it is entirely another matter. But yeah.
If you don't, stay out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Yeah, if you want to become an owner of his team, you can do that.
Our team.
My team.
Don't buy that book.
It's written by R. Ralf.
Artificial intelligence. And
Who is R. Ralf?
artificially bad in challenges. I'm going to read the back of it. The last
rather
line.
have Ralf
However,
Wiggum in charge.
Ralf is a coach whose experience, know-how, recruitment capability, and playing philosophy could inspire Manchester United back to European football elite. Well, Cud's doing a lot of heavy lifting there, isn't it?
That book was written on the chance that he did something good. To be fair, it did echo a lot of the sentiment at the time, didn't it? We're idiots, man. But on that note, 21 is coming.